Welcome everyone back to another live stream on the channel. Altcoin season is very close in my opinion. Now, when we talk about altcoin season, I'm not necessarily saying we're going to have a crazy run where everything goes up 10, 20, 30x like we've seen in previous cycles. What I mean by altcoin season is that we are going to see a big drawdown in Bitcoin dominance, and we're going to see good returns with altcoins where altcoins significantly outpace Bitcoin in the next few months. That's my opinion. I don't know how long it will last. It might last a few weeks. It might last a few months. We'll have to wait and see. But one thing I do know is that there are some very big things happening in the charts right now that we're going to discuss today. But before we do, please make sure to leave a like on the stream. Okay, no intro today. We're getting straight into it. I find that the intros, when you watch back the stream, they can be a bit annoying. You've got to skip right through a 2-minute intro. Whereas if you just do it straight in, you can click on the stream at any point once it becomes a video and get straight into it. But smash the likes as you're joining the stream today. We've got a lot to discuss. Some really big pumps in the markets right now. And if you go and look at the top gainers, one of the coins I've been consistently talking about is the biggest gainer on the day. And that coin is obviously none other than Say. You can see Say is up 35% today, and it's up 73% on the week. It seems like every single time I do a live stream now, I'm just picking the biggest gainer on the day. It's becoming too easy almost. The other week, it was Arrow every single day was the top gainer. Now it's Say. What's it going to be next? Actually, first it was Virtuals. I called Virtuals out at 54 cents. That one went on to do a 5x. Every single day you check the top 100, Virtuals would be the biggest gainer. Then I called Aerodrome. Every day you check the top 100, Aerodrome would be the biggest gainer. And now, obviously, it's Say. If you don't want to miss the next buy alert, the next big call of mine, then make sure you are in the VIP group, which you can join by hitting the link in the description. Highly, highly recommend it. These guys have been printing consistently. It almost feels like all they're doing right now is winning. I mean, it's incredible. Just so you know, I put out a buy alert on Say down here at 15 cents, right at the very bottom. You can see that by verifying it in the VIP group in the Discord. I posted the alert. It pumped 84% in literally a week. 84% gain in a week. And I told you guys on the channel as well. So I was pretty open about it on the channel. But maybe the next buy alert I do, I just keep it close to my chest and I don't mention it on YouTube. I was nice enough to tell people about this buy alert, but maybe the next time I just keep it to the VIPs and they're the only ones who know about it. If we take a look at Aerodrome as well, Aerodrome's holding quite strong. It's at 84 cents. And Virtuals was also seeing a nice little pump today. That was good to see. You can see that little yellow circle there as the buy alert that I did on Virtuals, and you can see how much it's up from that buy alert. If we go down here, 212% up right now, and at the heights it was up 400% almost. So the market is having a bit of a recovery across the board, but as always, we are absolutely outperforming the baseline. The total crypto market cap is up 4.7%. My portfolio is up a lot more than that. Like I said, Say up 35%, Virtuals up 18%, Ondo, one of my recent buy alerts, up 16%, Tau up 14%, Sui up 12%. So, basically all my coins, including Casper, all outperforming that baseline by a very, very drastic amount. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. When I was talking about others and how, maybe others only has another 2x left in the tank or a 3x left in the tank, people need to understand that if you're in winners, if you're in a group like my own where, we're consistently winning, you will drastically outperform this baseline. So let's just work it out. If others was to go to the 1.618, that would be a 170% pump. So people are saying the stream is lagging. Please do just confirm that, guys, in the chat, if the stream's lagging. I don't know what's going on lately with the lag. My Wi-Fi is very good, so it can't be the Wi-Fi. Honestly, I have no idea what causes it, but yeah, please let me know if you're experiencing any issues with the stream quality at all. And either I can see what I can do, or I might have to restart the stream. Hopefully it's all good. We'll get into the comments in just a moment, guys. We'll get into the comments soon. Stream is fine here. Okay, great. Okay. Just confirm in the chat, guys, the stream is okay. Anyway, what I was saying is maybe the others chart has another, at best, okay, this is like the bullish scenario. This is not the most likely, maybe. But at best, I would say others has another 2.7x left in the tank, okay? 2.7x left in the tank. Now, you might think, oh, does that mean my portfolio can only go up 2.7x? Well, no, obviously not, right? And I did some calculations here when it was 2.4x, when it was a bit higher. It's obviously come down since, so now it's 2.7x. It's even higher up to achieve that 1.618 target. But let's just say you outperform the market by a basis of 3x, okay, by a factor of 3. The market goes up 10%, your portfolio goes up 30%, okay? Because we're trying to obviously outperform the market. The same way in stocks, maybe the S&P 500 gains 8 or 10% a year. You ideally want to outperform that if you're a decent enough investor. It's the same in crypto. So the others chart, which is like the index for all the cryptos, excluding the top 10. So this is the total market cap of all the crypto coins, not including the top 10. So not including Bitcoin, not including Ethereum, Solana, those coins, they're all not included. So this is like a good low cap index. A 2.7x on that. Then we times that by 3. And that is what I expect people who are doing well to make from here, which is an 8.1x on your money. So if you're doing well, if you know what you're doing in crypto, you should easily make an 8.1x on your money if total 3 goes to that level that I'm outlining, okay? Because we will drastically outperform that because we've done it in the past. Okay, on this run up here from November to December, total 3 went up 140%. My portfolio probably went up 4 or 5x in that period of time. So I drastically outperformed the total 3. I mean, the others chart, right? Not total 3. This is others. So that's a very, very important point that I want to stress. Ben with $2 Canadian. Appreciate that. 90-day tariff pause will end July 9th. Alts will dump. It's possible. It's possible that there is some sort of a dump if there's no trade agreement. So I'm guessing that's the tariff pause with the EU, right? Not many people are talking about tariffs right now, but it is very important because that's what caused the whole crash in the first place. But yeah, you make a good point. Yeah, tariffs aren't going anywhere, guys. You got to keep your mind. You got to keep your mind on the tariffs. My Casper average is 0.14 with 20% of my portfolio. Do you recommend to keep on lowering my average or just holding? Doesn't really matter what your average is, in my view, to be quite honest with you. It's about whether the coin is going to perform going forward. Okay, that's what matters. It's not about your average. Quite often in crypto, people think the price they got in at is really important on whether you should keep buying or sell a coin in your portfolio. For me, I just try and look at it as objective as possible, as black and white as possible. If the coin looks good, I will hold it. Okay, if the coin is solid and the chart looks good, I'll hold it. It doesn't matter if I'm up 10x on the coin, if I'm down 10x on the coin, basically rugged, or if I'm break even. It doesn't matter. The actual context of my profit or loss doesn't matter on whether I'm going to hold the coin or not. What I really care about is the future trajectory of the project and the chart. And when it comes to Casper, I still think the project will do well. I still think we will see price appreciation when it comes to Casper. Do I have concerns? Absolutely. I'm very concerned about the lack of marketing and the lack of listings. I really do think that will affect the price, and it has. It's already proven that it has. But do I think it will pull through and still do good returns and still maybe go to 30 cents in the bull run? Yes. Yes, I still think that's possible. So for me, Casper should be a position in most portfolios, but I just don't think it should be over 20%, which is you've got yours at 20%. For me, that's almost too high in and of itself. I would usually recommend somewhere around 10% Casper now. In the past, I used to recommend a lot more Casper, but times were different then. Back then, Casper held up my whole portfolio. Back then, I was up 6x on Casper. You got to remember, this is what the Casper chart looked like at one point. That's how it looked. It was just an up-only chart, which looked amazing. And then it all just changed. Structurally, it was damaged. And you can deny that and just be blind, or you can realize that there's something structurally not great about the chart, and there is some weakness, and it is a legitimate concern, the lack of listings, and you can lower your allocation accordingly. And I lowered my allocation on Casper a very long time ago, back when it was around 17 cents. I was taking money out of my Casper and I was putting it into Sui, and that proved to be a very, very smart thing to do. And I told people on the channel I had legitimate concerns about Casper. So it can still go to 30 cents. It can still do good things, but I just think that there's been a lot of internal damage done now to the chart structure, basically giving back all of its growth, coming all the way down to 5 cents again. I don't think that's good. People said Casper would never hit 5 cents again, and look at what happened. Meme season soon, potentially. Potentially we'll get a run with the meme coins. I've got a few memes in my portfolio. One of the memes I've bought has just gone absolutely ballistic. One of my recent buy alerts has just gone crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, the returns that VIP members have made on this is phenomenal, okay? And it shows no signs of stopping right now. But the VIP members have made stupid money on Saiyan, the number one meme coin on Say. And when I say stupid money, I mean people have made like tens of thousands of dollars in a few days. I gave the buy alert out for this thing when it was at 2-0, okay? 2-0 is where I gave the buy alert out. Everyone in the group who followed that buy alert at the time, they're up 2x on their money. No, not 2x, 3x plus on their money. More than a 3x. Why am I saying 2x? It was 2x the other day, but we've gone up even more. If you just follow that buy alert, you're up 215%, guys. And I wonder why people still keep fading the buy alerts. They keep proving themselves. They keep pumping. I don't know how many back-to-back-to-back calls I've made now that have just gone up only. and people still keep fading them. It has me scratching my head. I honestly don't understand what's going on. I mean, was it not enough evidence when I called Aerodrome at the exact bottom and said Aerodrome was going to be one of the best performing coins in the market? Was that not enough evidence for people to wake up and listen? I was buying Aerodrome at 39 cents and it went all the way up to almost $1 within a very short period of time. Or the virtuals buy alert that I gave out at 50 cents, around the 50-cent region. Was that not enough evidence for people? I'm consistently calling the winners on the day in, day out. I'm not even exaggerating. It's a fact. Like 9 times out of 10, the top gainer on the day is a coin which I hold, and I don't hold that many coins. It would be different if I held 1,000 coins, right? I don't. I hold maybe, I don't know exactly. I would guess maybe 15 coins or less, something like that. And every single day, one of my coins is a top gainer, and it's usually one of the coins which I've said is a high conviction play. So, for example, you can see this chart here I've had. Aerodrome had 3 stars. That meant Aerodrome was a buy right now. That meant that was the one to go in on. Say had 3 stars. They were the plays that I was trying to scream out to people to not fade. Now, there's another play you can see at the bottom, which also has 3 stars. I think that one has 6 to 15x potential from here. And that coin you unlock when you join the VIP membership. Let's see if it's starting to move up. Yeah, it's up 18. It's up 20% today. I think it's going to start pumping crazy. Like, it's up 20% today. I think we're going to start seeing it up 40%, 50% a day at some point soon. But man, look at Saiyan. I mean, talk about a god candle. I mean, that is just crazy. The money people are making on this is ridiculous. #1 meme coin on Say. So my meme coins are doing well. My conviction plays are doing well. Just a great time to be in crypto. It feels like a bull run to me. It feels like an alt season to me. And, you know, it's not an alt season yet, but it just shows if you can be making these types of returns when we're not even in an alt season, what type of returns are you going to be making when we're in an alt season? Hey Archie, Say is pumping. Next is probably Sui and its beta plays. They haven't recovered since the hack. Do you expect meme season before alt season, since memes are dead since last May? Couple things there. #1, Sui was not hacked. It was Cetus protocol which was hacked. So it's wrong to suggest that Sui itself was hacked. There was no hack with Sui. And that's why I'm still extremely, extremely bullish on Sui. When it comes to the memes, I think memes will have a run for sure. I think memes will have a run, but I don't necessarily think memes run before everything else. I think they run with everything else, right? I don't think they run before. I think they run when everything else pumps as well. Because like you're seeing right now, the meme coins on Say pump really hard. You got to ask yourself, why are the meme coins on Say pumping loads? Well, it's because Say's up freaking 40% today. And you heard it first on this channel. How many other channels are talking about meme coins on Say? No one. Not that I saw. I haven't seen a single channel out there talk about meme coins on Say. But we saw an opportunity and we pounced. We took advantage of it. What's my bullish and bearish prediction for Pepe? Thanks. Let's pull up Pepe. I haven't looked at Pepe in a few days. I want to see what it's doing here. Pepe's been quite quiet. It didn't really see a significant bounce on the last run. I mean, it did, I guess, but it already came down loads, right? So it wasn't anything special. Yeah, so Pepe, its all-time high is 2.9. So its all-time high is like a 3x from where it is currently. So I would say like my bearish scenario for Pepe is that it just goes to its all-time high. That's the bearish scenario. My bullish scenario would be, you know, somewhere up here maybe. So honestly, I think Pepe can do anything between a 3 to a 7x this bull run. 3 to 7x. But you can make those gains easily on Say, so I don't know why you would buy Pepe when you could buy Say and make more returns. Like Pepe's up 13% today, Say's up 40% today. So, you know, you could probably even make more money with Say than you could on Pepe, and you're not taking on a stupid amount of risk for a meme. Because Say actually has good tech, unlike a meme coin, which is just complete and utter speculation. Say is actually well backed. Okay, it's backed by World Liberty Financial. It's backed by Circle. Circle's stock has been going absolutely crazy the last few weeks, and Say is backed by them, and they have extremely fast metrics on their chain. Extremely fast, up there as potentially the fastest chain out there, the fastest layer one. So it's well backed. It's got great tech. It's getting an ecosystem as well now. Why would I buy Pepe when I could buy Say? It's just a legitimate question. So I think I think Pepe will do well, but I just think it doesn't make sense to buy a blue chip meme if you could buy a layer one, which will maybe even do better returns with less risk. It's all about risk reward. Yeah, the new gem's killing it as well, man. New VIP gems killing it. Can we still buy Say? I mean, it's still pretty cheap. So, yes, it's done a 2x from when we bought a few days ago. But zoom out, man. Like, you zoom out at this chart, it's still very early on in its move. So even if you bought, say, today, and it went to its all-time high, you're still making a 4x on your money just to all-time highs. That's crazy. 4x on your money just to all-time highs. If you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's only, what, 9% away from all-time highs, something like that. Sui's maybe a 2x to all-time highs. Say is still a 4x to all-time highs, despite this massive pump it's just had. So we've got a lot of money to be made still on Say, and that's why I haven't pulled out any profits, because it's still very early. I'll probably consider taking out some big profits when we get to like 75 cents. But until then, I'm letting my bag ride because this is just the beginning. Is it bad that I'm 85% in Arrow? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Arrow is a great coin and it's made me a lot of money and it's made the VIPs a lot of money, but to have 85% of your portfolio in Arrow, I think is insanity. I wouldn't do that ever. There's no possible scenario that would justify 85% of my portfolio in one coin other than Bitcoin. There's not one possible scenario that would allow me to do that. ETH prediction for the coming alt season. I think Ethereum will go somewhere between 4 and 6K. I agree with Brenbox. 4 to 6K on ETH. Ethereum's had a very lackluster cycle so far. I think that will change, but I don't expect anywhere near 10K. I've got to be completely honest with you. There's massive resistance at 4K. Let's see how long it takes it to actually surpass 4K. Hopefully it doesn't reject the next time it gets to that. But yeah, I think 4 to 6K. There's a nice area here around kind of 5.8K. That could be a potential top, which would be like a marginal high from the previous high of last cycle, which we still haven't surpassed yet. Ethereum's one of the only coins in the top 10 that hasn't surpassed its all-time high yet. So that has already shown it's been a lagger this cycle. I hold no Ethereum, but what I do hold is Aerodrome, which is my favorite play related to Ethereum. Why is Aerodrome related to Ethereum, some may ask? It is the DEX. It is the DEX for Base. And Base is the number one layer 2 that scales Ethereum. So if Ethereum does really well, Base is going to do really well. And if Base does really well, Aerodrome's going to do really well. It's just a very clear, chain reaction. So, yeah, I've got no exposure to Ethereum, but I do have a very nice bag of Aerodrome, which I'm sitting on some really, really nice profits on. Of course, it matters what the average is. Why hold and break even when you can flip it for another 10x? No, because it's just a logical fallacy, man. It's just a logical fallacy. There's so many logical fallacies in investing. There's sunk cost fallacy. There's loads of them. But the idea that, oh, I'm down on a coin, therefore I should sell it. It doesn't matter if you're up or down on the coin. It's about, will the coin perform going forward? That's what matters. Okay? For example, Aerodrome is going to do well going forward. It doesn't matter to me if you bought Aerodrome at all-time highs. If you were daft enough to buy Aerodrome at all-time highs, it doesn't matter. Or if you were smart enough to buy Aerodrome when I was buying it down at rock bottom below 50 cents in the 30 cent to 50 cent region. It doesn't matter when you bought to me. Doesn't matter if you bought at $2 or if you were smart enough to buy at 50 cents or lower. It doesn't matter. If the coin's going to do well going forward, as in this bull run, you should still hold the coin. The actual context of whether you're in a big profit, a big loss, or break even, it doesn't matter. What matters is Aerodrome one of the best coins to hold going forward? If it is, you should hold it regardless of the current profit or loss status that you have. I don't know why people don't understand that. It's a very simple thing to explain. I don't understand if anyone can't grasp that, then there's no other way I can say it. I mean, that should make sense. Do I think Bitcoin will top out around November? Probably not. I think there's going to be a crack in the 4-year cycle. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Everyone thinks we're going to top out in November. That's probably going to be front run. If all the big influencers are saying we're topping out in November, we're realistically probably topping out in August. Right? Let's be real. Because when everyone thinks something, usually the masses are wrong. Smart money front runs the masses. So I don't think we top out in November. Look, I'm not ruling it out. I've been a big advocate for the 4-year cycle while I've had this channel. But things have changed in the last year that kind of make me a little bit skeptical of the 4-year cycle's validity. One of the main things for me, which concerned me about the 4-year cycle, is how Bitcoin made a new all-time high way before the halving. That doesn't normally happen. Okay, if you look here, last cycle, at what point did Bitcoin surpass its all-time high? It was around 2021, right? The year after the halving. If you look this cycle, when did Bitcoin break its all-time high? It broke its all-time high a year before expected. Broke its high in 2024, the year of the halving. It actually broke its all-time high before the halving. Now, the counter argument is, yeah, we had all this consolidation which made up for it. But in my view, a crack is still a crack, okay? A wound is still a wound. Even if you put a band-aid over the wound, it's still a wound. If that makes sense to people. Like a crack is still a crack. Even if you fill in the crack in the cycle, it still existed. It still causes a bit of a lack of confidence in the cyclical theory. And that's kind of one thing I've been looking at. But it's not just that. It's also the fact that, you know, potentially the effects of tariffs are only going to start to be seen in the back end of the year because there's a lagging effect, especially when it comes to inflation. So we'll see. We'll see. But we're monitoring these things every single day. In the VIP, we're monitoring these on the voice chats. For those of you who don't know, we have voice chats every day. They can go on for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. We're going to be doing a voice chat straight after this live stream. Or maybe not straight after, but... Or maybe straight after. We'll see. But we're going to be doing a voice chat today. And, yeah, I highly recommend you get in on the group so you can participate. Because there's a ton of value in these. Many other groups, they don't do voice chats. We do them every single day of the week. Non-stop. So I highly recommend you get in. Another thing I want to just briefly discuss is the option to book a call with one of my trusted crypto consultants, okay? One of my representatives who's very affiliated with my personal strategy for this bull run. You can book a call with one of those and they will go through all these important things, your portfolio, your exit strategy. They'll go through all of this with you on a call and get you very familiar with a good exit strategy based around my personal exit strategy, which I keep quite close to my chest. So you're getting some pretty classified information if you join this this book a call option, right? So highly recommend that. And yeah, I mean, people have already got on the calls and they've all given it 5 stars. They've said the value was tremendous. And they feel a lot more comfortable going forward with their portfolio after the amendments that they made. This is something you gain access to as well after or during the call. Actually, my crypto consultant, they'll go through this with you on the call, and this basically is a guide. It's a multiple page document which goes through my personal portfolio recommendations and strategy, and most importantly, it goes in depth into my exit strategy, how I plan to sell, what levels I'm going to sell at, what indicators I'm going to look at, what are my invalidation levels. All of those things are all discussed in this guide, which you'll go through with one of my representatives on the call. So check that out, book it, and you know, I'm sure my my representative will be looking forward to speaking to some of you on a call in the coming days. But let's just take a quick look at the markets right now, see what's going on, see if Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a bounce. Jerome Powell was speaking earlier. I think it was to Congress or something. It was at Capitol Hill. But yeah, market's looking really strong today. Ethereum's up 10%, Bitcoin's up 5%. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. BTC.D. Do we think Bitcoin dominance has topped out? 66% is the level I've been saying for a very long time. We basically hit 66%. Let's see if this is going to be an actual top on Bitcoin dominance. Hopefully it is. And hopefully we can come down to, you know, at least hit the 50s figures, right? 55, 50, something like that would be amazing if we can do that. But I'm going to put a poll out actually, and I'm going to put it on you guys. I'm going to ask you, do you think Bitcoin dominance has now officially topped out for the coming months? So let's see. See what you guys are saying. Just give me a moment. All right. Add poll. Has BTC.D topped out? Yes or no? Simple answer, guys. Yeah, we have voice chats every single day. And I'm in 99% of them, so you get to speak to me as well. I really do immerse myself in this group. I'm in there all the time, helping the members and guiding people with their portfolios, with their exit strategy, with everything. It doesn't matter how new you are to crypto as well. If you're brand new, if you've been in crypto for 5, 6, 7 years, it's always going to be helpful to have a second mind to help you out. And it's more than a second mind because there's hundreds and hundreds of people in the group. So it's a collective unit of intelligence. Let's see how the poll's going. See what you guys are saying. Has Bitcoin dominance topped out? 69% of you guys are saying no. 29% saying yes. Wow. So you guys think Bitcoin dominance is going to keep heading up? That's not going to be good for altcoins if that's the case. So hopefully you're all wrong. Hopefully you're all wrong. We'll see. Chirp says, love the VIP. It's fun and super knowledgeable. The voice chats, very consistent. What's your target for Arrow and Say? Thanks for the donation, Chirp. And I'm very glad you enjoy the VIP membership and the voice chats and everything. Let's take a look at Arrow and Say. So my prediction for Say is $1 to $2. I'll give you that one already. That's my prediction for Say. Anywhere between that region, I expect the top. And my prediction for Aerodrome is somewhere between $2.30 to, let me see, somewhere between $2.30 to $5.70. So I expect on Arrow anywhere between kind of a 4 to a 7x, something like that. 4 to 7x on Arrow, and then 4 to similar region for both. Like both of them are like 5 to 10x coins, you know, somewhere in that region. It just depends how much of a pump Ethereum gives us for Aerodrome. If Ethereum can get above 4K and can try and tackle that 5.8K fib level and get above its all-time high, then I think there's a good solid chance that Arrow can do more than a 5x from here. And you've got to bear in mind, right? We were buying Aerodrome as low as 39 cents. So from that point, it's going to be like way over a 10x if you're buying it down there. And that's why your entry is so important, right? That's why it's super important that people get in the VIP so they get those calls at the low prices based on the TA. Because I don't just buy willy-nilly, right? A lot of crypto investors, they just buy willy-nilly. That's not what I do. I have very calculated buy alerts. And I'm not right all the time, right? I'm not right every single time, but 8 or 9 times out of 10, I would say I am. I'm never going to be perfect, but the vast majority of the time, I am pretty spot on. Not Coco Row. People are saying Saiyan's exploding. Don't tell me it's pumping even more. It's pumping so much I can't even keep up with it at this point. It's pumping so much I'm getting tired of pumps. I'm getting bored at this point. It's like it's just going up only. I mean, it's pumped so much now that it's just becoming the norm. I just expect to pull up my Saiyan chart and just see it at a new high. I just expect to just get in the Discord and see people saying how much money they're up on Saiyan and how good of a call it was. What a buy that was, man. Another spot on perfect buy alert. Another spot on buy alert done to perfection, man. Yet again. Should I sell Pepe for another meme? Meme? Why are you spelling meme with 2 capital M's? Pepe not doing much. Yeah, thanks for the $6.99 donation, man. I wouldn't sell it for another meme unless you want to go riskier. If you want to go riskier, then you could sell it for potentially something like Brett. It still ties into that same narrative, but it's a bit more degen. And if you're bullish on base, then Brett should do really well. Some other memes I like include Fartcoin, Ponky, MPC I like. How's MPC doing? Wow. Guys, check that out. MPC up 40% today. I missed that. This is one of the meme coins I hold as well. NPC up 40%. Check that out. So, nice gains on that meme. How's Ponky doing? Nothing crazy. Ponky's up 21%. Fartcoin up 18%. So Ponky's doing better than Fartcoin. And then if you want a really degen meme coin on Casper, you got Caspi. So the same way I've told you guys about Saiyan for Say, and this one's just exploding. If you were going to get a meme coin on Casper because you're bullish on Caspi would be the best meme coin to go for on Casper. So it just depends which chains you're bullish on, which ones you want to buy. If you're bullish on Casper, you could get some Caspi as a meme. If you're bullish on Say, you could get some Saiyan. If you're bullish on base, you could get some Brett. It just depends what chains you want to buy your memes on. Yeah, Saiyan's the Brett of Say. And like, you know, it doesn't even need to go to really high targets for us to make a ton of money. Like, go and look at how high the biggest meme on Tron went. The biggest meme coin on Tron, that went to a 350 million market cap. And that's on Tron. It's not on Ethereum, not on Base, not on Solana, on Tron. So if the top meme on Tron can go to 350 million, the top meme on Say, you know, maybe goes to half of that. And if it goes to half of that, we're going to be up over 100x on our money. So we're going to be laughing. It'll be happy days, you know, over 100x. NPC prediction. 10 to 30x. Depends how well memes do and how much of a bull run we get. Okay, so on that poll, 72% of you guys think that Bitcoin dominance has not topped out. Wow. Why can't you pay on crypto for WAP? If you want to pay for the VIP membership in crypto, you can, but you need to pay for it either yearly or lifetime. If you want to pay for it in crypto, you can't pay for it in crypto on the WAP website. You need to do it through the description. The video description will have information on how you can get in through a crypto payment. Basically, you join my Discord, and there's a section in the Discord that says pay in crypto. You send money to the address. It will give you the role, and then you're in the group essentially. Or if you want, you can drop us an email. All the information's linked down below for a crypto payment. But guys, 45 likes on the stream. How many people are watching? 170 people. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up on the stream. That would mean a lot to me. If you're winning right now, if you're making money on some of the calls, say, Saiyan, Virtuals, Aerodrome, basically everything I've been talking about the past few weeks have been skyrocketing. $1,000 to invest today. What would I pick? Probably Ondo, actually. Ondo is looking pretty good right now as a buy. Or Sui. Total 3 prediction. I think it just gets to the 1.618, honestly. And I know that sounds bearish to some people, but that's what I think. I think it just gets to kind of like, if we go from that down to that, I think it gets to like 1.5 trillion. I think it just goes to around 1.5 trillion. So under a 2x from here. Like a 70% move on Total 3. But you got to bear in mind, Total 3 is heavily skewed by XRP, Sui, like those big coins, Solana, BNB. We don't hold a lot of those coins. We don't hold much. We don't hold any Solana. We don't hold any XRP. We don't hold any BNB. So the Total 3's gains is actually weighted down by the diminishing returns that some of the top blue chip coins do. If you're holding coins like, say, an Aerodrome, which generally massively outperform the top 10, then you'll make a lot more than that 73%, which is the point I was trying to make earlier on in the live stream. Thank you for the feedback, Archie. I always watch your videos. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wouldn't fade Ondo. Ondo is a solid one. Yeah, 3x on Saiyan for the VIPs. If Bitcoin drops to 80K, the bull run's probably over. Based on the weekly Gaussian channel being invalidated at that point. The Gaussian channel currently sits at 87K, and it's creeping up. By the time we get there, it's probably around 91K. A dip to 80 would be well into the Gaussian channel and would end the bull run. Every single time Bitcoin enters the Gaussian channel on a weekly close, it's the end of the bull market. Look at what happened the last time we did that. We closed the week around 47K in the Gaussian channel. We then came out the other end and bottomed out at 15K. Look at how many times the Gaussian channel has played out as perfect support. Played out here. Perfect support. Perfect support. I want everyone to watch this and focus, okay? Because this is important. Perfect support there at 48K. Perfect support here as well. Perfect support here at 77K. Yes, we came into it, but we closed the week above it. It's not about the wicks, it's about the closes, not the wicks. Yeah, Bitcoin's above 106K now, guys. Ethereum's almost at 2.5K. Wow, XRP's up a lot today as well. 12% pump on XRP today. Been in crypto for 3 months and still a baby. Yeah, it'll take you multiple cycles until you become fully equipped to handle a crypto bull run. I've been in crypto for, you work it out, 1, 2, 6, 7 years. Since I was 14, I've been in crypto, and I'm 21 now. So I've been in crypto a while. You learn a lot, put it that way. In a couple bear markets, you learn a lot. Yeah, Bitcoin's pumping right now. Let's pull up the 5-minute chart, see what's going on here. Get a nice little move up. Currently testing this current resistance here. Let's see if we break above on the 5-minute. We're testing the resistance from last night when we had that really big pump, when we got the agreement on a ceasefire. Now, that ceasefire was broken initially, but then it seems like it's being resolved again. Because Trump was angry. If you listen to that clip of Trump this morning, he was angry. He dropped an F-bomb on live TV. He dropped an F-bomb towards Israel and Iran. He was just sick of both of them. He was like, you two kids just need to stop freaking fighting, get a peace deal, and let us move on with markets and allow the pumps to begin. So Trump was angry, and I think we're going to see a rally here. So we're getting it. See, we're getting a nice pump now. See, this is how trading works, guys. Like, I'm not a day trader. I've done it in the past with great success. But you can see, right? This was the resistance. This was the previous high. We just got above that. And then what happened when we got above it? We see a big explosive move up once we get above the resistance. You are great, brother. Thanks for the support, man. Smash a like if you're enjoying the stream. Appreciate everyone being here today. Super Saiyan, yeah. That's what it comes from. That's what the meme's based around. It's a good meme, man. I love to see Say in the trending section. But look at that, man. I just love to see it. Up 75% today. 75% today. What did you hear about Saiyan? Who else was talking about this? I didn't see a single other guy talking about Saiyan. Maybe there were people, I don't know, but I'm just being honest. I didn't see anyone talk about it. I called this one at 0.00020. It was at 1 million market cap. Now it's at a 4 million market cap. Entry is so damn important in crypto. And if you were awake, if you got that buy alert at that time, you'd be up over 3x right now. You'd be up almost 4x, probably in a few hours. Ethereum heading up as well. Let's take a look at Ethereum on the daily here, see if we've got any resistance coming up. Yeah, so Ethereum's next kind of major level it needs to surpass is like that 2.7K area where we rejected quite a few times. Like if you zoom in here, you can see we had quite a lot of rejection points here. You You can see there we had one. You can see there, right? Quite a few rejection points here. And that's around the 2.75K level. That's what Ethereum needs to get above to sustain its pump. Yeah, we were buying Sui way below $1, man. Way below $1. We just crush almost every alert. I mean, not everyone, okay? There's going to be someone in the chat who brings up some coin that didn't do that well, where I had to sell in a slight loss or something like that. But, you know, 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, we absolutely crush it. On the conviction plays, especially. Say, Sui, Arrow. Yeah, people are probably talking about Saiyan now after it pumped. But no one was putting out buy alerts on Saiyan probably when I dropped them. See that? 1 grand would have turned to like 3.3K right now. So your 1K would have gone to 3.3K. Paid off the VIP for life with the profits. Yeah, smash the likes up as well, guys. Let's try and get 1 trillion likes. That would be amazing. Casper's getting a bit of a move up. Yeah, it does look better. It does look better. It still needs to get above 10 cents, though, for it to be even neutral, to be honest. For me, Casper below 10 cents is in danger. That's like a danger zone. Below 10 cents is a danger zone. Above 10 cents, you're kind of in safety. That's how I see it. But yeah, guys, I got to wrap up the stream here. I've got some stuff to do. I'm going to go in the VIP and do a big, massive voice chat call with all the members. So I'm looking forward to that. Highly recommend that you guys get on the VIP right now so you can join that voice chat and get all those buy alerts I've talked about way before the rest of the crowd. Get in early before they go and pump. And if you want to book a one-to-one call with one of my closest crypto representatives, you can do so by clicking the link in the description, clicking book a call. It's a one-time payment. You're going to get on a call with one of my trusted colleagues. They're going to go through your portfolio. They're going to discuss exit strategy with you. Any questions you have about crypto, they're going to help you out with. And they're going to guide you through my personal crypto guide document, which I've made. I'm not going to show you this, but it's multiple pages. It goes into how I would structure a portfolio, how I plan to exit the market, a really, really important one, which many people are naive to. They're just blind to exit strategy. I've put together a very detailed plan on how I plan to exit the market, the indicators I'm going to use, and how I'm going to come out of this game with multiple millions in the next few months. So check out all of that stuff, guys, in the description. Smash a like if you enjoyed. Also, make sure to watch my video that I dropped on Say. I dropped that video earlier. Go and watch that if you haven't already. And as always, guys, I'll look forward to seeing you in that next live stream. Goodbye.